Hello, my name is Alex Davidson. I'm with the Hobby Quest. Today I'm going to be showing you the envelope prediction trick. So, first off, we have our envelope, we have our prediction card, and we have our deck of cards. Now, I start out by saying that this is my prediction. I put this out for all the kids to see, and I tell them for the rest of the trick, I am not allowed to touch that card. It is going to stay there the entire time. So, with that card out away from the magician so that I can't possibly manipulate it, I ask an assistant to come up and choose a card from my deck. So I have my whole deck of cards. I show them that they are all, in fact, different cards. Now, I'm going to ask them to come up and choose one card, but they're not allowed to look at it. They have to put it straight down onto the table without looking at it. And when they choose it, I find that a lot of times kids will grab it and accidentally take a peek at it. And if I see that happen, then this actually works out. I can say, wait, hold on. You would have chosen the 10 of hearts, but we saw that card. We have to put that away. I needed to pick a different card now. So now they pick a card, put it straight onto the table without looking at it, and I say, okay, is that the card that you want? And of course they say yes. And I will take that card and I will put it into our envelope. Of course, I will not look at it. This is a secret card. So, I have my envelope. I have my prediction. We both, we have all of these. What I ask the kid to do is I ask them to grab the card and take a look at it. And inside, they're going to find that I predicted the 10 of diamonds. I will hold out the envelope to them. They'll reach inside and find that it is the 10 of diamonds. And my prediction was correct. So now we're going to learn how this trick is done. So we have our envelope prediction kit. This is the thing that every kid is going to get after you've already done it. You're going to start off with just this. We're going to pull everything out. Inside of this, we're going to find 2 envelopes, a large card, and our instruction card. On this instruction card, it's very important to note that we have a QR code. If you ever forget this, this instructional video, you need to find it again. This QR code will bring you right to this video. So, with that in mind, we're going to put that to the side. We don't need that for right now. So, we're going to start off with a full deck of cards. As the instructor, you're going to get a set of decks. These are going to be separate from the ones you're going to get for the kids. These are for the instructor only. So I grabbed one already right here. And what we're going to have to do is find this card in our deck. We have to find that first. Now, I already have mine right on the top. But yes, you'll have to find yours. Make sure you shuffle the deck so it's not all in order. It makes it look better when you show it to the kids. So with everything like this, we are now ready to set up the trick. So first, we're going to take the envelopes. We're going to glue this with our glue stick. So I go to the back of the envelope. I make sure to go right along the outside edge, just like this. And then just put an X right in the middle. I usually find that it's best to do this to both envelopes because when you do it to just one, it won't stick quite as well. We need these to stick together really, really, really well. So there we go. I'm going to do that the exact same way. Now, when I'm ready to put them together, all I do is I just make sure that they're both facing opposite directions, like this. That way, we can flip it over and it'll look like it's the same one. So I'm going to take this and very, very carefully put this together, lining it up just so. Don't worry if a little bit of purple glue shows on the outside. This dries clear, so it doesn't matter if you can see it on the outside there. So now that that's all set up, now I'm ready to do the trick. So the first thing I need to do is plant this card into the envelope. So we're going to put it onto that side. Here we go. I'm going to put it like this. That way when they actually have to pull it entirely out in order to see it. So we're going to put that inside. And now we're going to flip the envelope over. This is now empty. and we're ready to get started. So we're going to flip over the prediction card. The audience isn't allowed to see that yet. This is how we come out to the audience, just like this. So we can ask them to pick a card. It doesn't matter which. Now you can see why we have the kids not look at it first. They could pick any card. And because the 10 of diamonds is already there, it's actually impossible for them to pick the actual predicted card. So they're going to pick a card, put it straight onto the table, and then we're going to ask them to put it into the envelope. Or you could put it into the envelope, depending on what is easier. So we're going to take that, put it right in our envelope. Now, something very important about this, you don't want to just flip it. It's obvious. Kids will see that. And this is something that you'll have to show to the kids as well. You don't just flip this over. What you do is you talk a bit. You say, I have your prediction, and we're going to do something really cool with this. I'm actually going to find that, I have my predicted card here. We're going to find that your card is the same. Now, if you looked really closely there, you'll notice that I just flipped this over. But I did it while doing a big motion, which hid it from the little motion. So now, when I open this up and pull the card out, we're going to find that it is the 10 of diamonds. And of course, the predicted card is the 10 of diamonds. And that's how you do the predicting envelope trick. So one additional thing that I'd like to talk about with you today is that this envelope, it isn't just for predicting a card. This is a tool. This is a tool that we can use with a lot of different things. This can change one thing to another. Anything. Anything that'll fit inside the envelope, of course. You could have a kid sign a piece of paper, put it in, and then you pretend to erase it, and then you pull it out, and magically it has been blanked out and it's all erased. Or you could have it so that they could draw a picture and it'll turn into another picture. You can even have the kids come up with their own ideas for this. And you can tell them, magicians oftentimes come up with their own tricks. And if they could think of anything else they could do with this, maybe they could have a thing where they could take a piece of paper, rip it up into a bunch of different pieces, put it in the envelope, and then magically it restores itself, and now it is a completed piece of paper. So that's the kind of stuff we can do with this. You can let the kids kind of let their imaginations run with it, and I'm sure that they will come up with some pretty clever things.